The Arduino integrated development environment is a cross-platform application that is written in the programming language Java. It is used to write and upload programs to Arduino board. It can run on Windows, Mac OS X and Linux. You can find different versions of the Arduino IDE, but I highly recommend you should download the latest version of the Arduino IDE. You can find a link in the description. In this episode, I'm going to practically show you how to master the Arduino IDE. Usually the Arduino IDE is the first IDE we use when approaching the first time to Arduino. This happens for several reasons. It is easy to use. It supports all the Arduino boards. And it has a built-in library manager that is also easy to use. Moreover, the Arduino IDE is very user-friendly without too many options, menus and so on that could scare an inexperienced user. It is so easy that we do not have to worry about how it works. We can focus only on the development process. We write the Arduino code and the Arduino IDE compiles it and uploads the compiled code into the Arduino board. That's it. Let me practically explain the most basic things that you should know before you start the programming. First of all, connect the Arduino board with the laptop. Now click on the Tools menu. Go to Board and as you can see, the right board is selected. Now go to Port and select the port to which Arduino is connected. This is how you can check the board and select a port. Now let's do it for the Mega. While the Mega board is connected with the laptop, go to the Tools menu and select the Mega board. Now go to Port and select the desired port to which the Mega board is connected. So this is how easily we can select different boards and ports. Now I will explain some of the most commonly used functions through a practical example. I will use a push button to control an LED. Everything that you see has a name. Every person and a family has a unique name. As your name is unique among your brothers and sisters, we use the same concept in the programming when it comes to the variable names. Let's for example you want to use an LED with pin number 12 of the Arduino. You can start by writing integer LED is equal to 12. So this instruction means that an LED is connected with pin number 12 of the Arduino. Never use the same variable name for any other pin. If you want to use another LED, then you can simply write integer LED2 is equal to 11. So each time you define a pin, use a unique name. Let's also use one push button. Integer push underscore button is equal to 4. The variable names follow some rules, like for example, no spaces are allowed in the variable names. No numbers are allowed in the beginning of the variable names. Every Arduino or Mega program has at least two functions, which are the void setup and while loop function. Void means that these functions are not returning any value, while the empty parentheses means that these functions are not taking any arguments as the input. Void setup function executes only one time when the Arduino or Mega board is turned on. As you know, the LEDs are the output devices and the push button is the input device. Now we have to tell this to the Arduino For this we have a function which is pinMode function. PinMode is a function and it takes two arguments as the input, the pin number or pin name and the status, which can be input or output. Its use is very simple. We simply write pinMode LED output. As this is a case-sensitive language, so we have to keep the M capital. Any change in the alphabet will result in an error. Now similarly for the LED2, pinMode LED2 output. As you know, push button is an input device, so we set this as input. pinMode push underscore button input. As you can see how easily we can tell the Arduino which device is input and which device is output. Make sure before you start the programming you know exactly which device is input and which device is output. If you want to establish the serial communication between the Arduino and computer, for this we use the serial.begin function. Serial.begin is a built-in function unlike the pinMode function, but it takes one argument as the input, which is the baud rate, or in simple words is the communication speed in bits per second. Its use is very simple. We simply write serial.begin 9600. 9600 is the standard baud rate and it's most commonly used. But this is not the only baud rate that you can use. We have different baud rates, but I'll be using 9600. So if you want to send the sensor values or text messages to the computer screen, you will need to activate the serial communication using the serial.begin function. So now that the serial communication is activated, now we can use the serial.print function to send a message to the computer serial monitor screen. Serial.print is a function which is used to send numeric values or text messages. Its use is very simple. We simply write serial.print setup completed. So setup completed is a message that we want to print on the serial monitor. digitalRead is a built-in function and is one of the most frequently used functions. digitalRead function is used to read any digital pin of the Arduino Omega, or in simple words we can say it is used to check whether the desired digital pin is high or low. digitalRead function is most commonly used with the if condition. If digitalRead push button equals low. This condition means that if the push button is pressed, as the ground is connected with the push button, so when the push button is pressed, it will give ground as a signal on pin number 4 of the Arduino. So if the push button is pressed, then simply turn on the LED using the digitalWrite function. digitalWrite LED high. digitalWrite is a built-in function and it takes two arguments as the input, the pin number or pin name and a high or low signal. digitalWrite function is used to turn on or turn off any pin. As I'm using high, so the LED will turn on. And also a message will be sent to the computer screen that the LED is turned on. Then a delay of 1 second is 1000 milliseconds or equal to 1 second. When the button is released, the LED is turned off and a message is sent to the computer screen that the LED is turned off, and again a delay of 1 second. And keep the push button at logic level high. As you can see, the Arduino is connected with the laptop. Make sure that the right port is selected and also make sure that the right board is selected. Before you upload the program, first click on the Verify button to check for any errors. As you can see, this program has no errors, Now it's time to upload the program by clicking on the upload button and wait for a while. As you can see, the program has been uploaded. Now click on the serial monitor. As you can see, we have different types of baud rates. But as I have used 9600 in the programming, so I will use 9600. Support me on Patreon for more videos. I hope you liked today's episode. Like and share this video with your friends. See you in next episode and thanks for watching.